Yeah, one of them, I think it... don't know if it was Arnold or not, but comes up and, like, rips the bra off, or the bathing suit off one of them.
Off, yeah.
And I love how the fact that they're just talking, and the Munchies show up, and one girl's just like, oh, we'll see you later, whatever, and she just freaking runs off and leaves her friend to fight all four of them off. Paul runs out of the water and starts smacking them around, and they literally just, like, get thrown in the air and spin in this terrible, like, cartoonish way. Let's see.
I can't believe you said all that and not looked at your notes and
like
said all their names.
Yeah, I know this movie a little too well, man.
I know. I can't remember. I don't even know who Paul is right now.
Paul's the main character that doesn't stop joking.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was his name. Didn't know it. See, I didn't.
Yeah. Paul Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the Munchies get...
This is Peter Gabriel.
Everybody knows that.
After the Munchies get scared off by getting smacked with the bats, they go run in a sewer drain, which ends up leading to a
ice cream parlor
with looks like a family-owned ice cream parlor.
The kid named Buddy Holly.
Yep, kid named Buddy Holly, and he sees one of the gremlins. Sees one of the Munchies.
Dude, yeah, let's just stop saying Munchies. Just say gremlins.
But he goes and does an E.T. spoof here, where he's going to like touch fingers with Arnold, and then it tries to like snap his finger off, and the family goes running inside. And then Paul and Cindy decide to stop at the ice cream shop, and they see that the family has barricaded themselves in a room. And when the family comes out to see who's at the door, one of the Munchies drops down and starts attacking the father on the shoulder, taking a bite out of him.
The dad from the ice cream parlor is pretty funny.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, his scenes are all pretty good.
Yeah, especially when they end up taking him to as they're on their way to the hospital, he's like talking and he passes out, wakes back up and repeats exactly what he just said, and then passes back out again.
This is when the stupid cop father comes home, right?
Yep. He's all decked out in like freaking SWAT gear, wearing the SWAT helmet and all that.
And when they go to the putt-putt golf course.
Well, first you find out that this isn't really even that important, but find out that Cecil's been storing toxic waste in the mines, like they were talking about it in quiet
yes,
tones.
the toxic cheese waste.
Yep. Then they all have to go to the ribbon cutting ceremony at the golf course, because screw that their stepson's dead. Whatever, they got to get this ribbon cut. Munchies show up to the golf course and start harassing everyone.
The girls' panties.
Yep, get the girls' panties, and then...
The scene is very Aqualung.
Oh yeah, because when she bends over and they're like, you hear the Munchies just going, ooh, caca, just some terrible Mexican.
All the Munchies turn into Aqualung for a minute.
But then you see the family from the ice cream shop back at this golf course again, and kid sees one of the Munchies and then tells his dad, and they don't believe him, and then dad gets bit on the same spot in the shoulder again.
Goddamn
and then
dad.
gets sprayed in the face with mace right afterwards. Yeah, they go back into the sewers. Or no, that was before. No. After that, after he gets attacked, Paul goes and tells Cecil and warns Cecil, don't cut the Munchies into several pieces, because that just creates more. Cecil just ignores them.
Grabs some hedge clippers.
And literally just walks up and cuts like 2 of them in like 3 pieces, and now they have 7.
Then they go to the video store.
Yep, then they go back into the sewer and then pop up in the video store, and they're talking about looking for movies with tits in them and all this other stuff.
There's that sweet fucking Pale Rider cutout that breaks the door open.
Yep.
I wish I had that Pale Rider cutout. It's pretty awesome.
Let's see, then...
Randy's not quite as excited about this movie as but it's close.
Scott's gleefully giggling.
Oh, I fucking love this
He fucking
movie,
loves it.
I could feel the tip of his
It's not
dick on my
good, but I
leg
love
right
it.
now. He's got a boner going.
Then they go to the fast food restaurant.
Well, first during that video scene, Paul and them show up at the video store, and one of them comes charging at him, and they hit it with a baseball bat, and it goes flying into the TV, and that's when they realize the electricity turns them into stone.
Yeah, that's when the fire from God or whatever.
Yeah, that's when they find out the fire from God is electricity. But yeah, then it goes to the freaking Cecil, Melvis, and Big Ed go to the freaking fast food joint, which is just a bunch of midgets working at this fast food joint with one normal tall person.
Dwarves. You can't say midget, man. That's like the M word.
See, I thought dwarf was the other one.
No, dwarf's the good one. Midget's
Little
like,
people's the only
Or
one they
little
like.
You can say dwarf too.
You could say dwarfs. Dwarfs.
Well, there's a dwarfism and there's midgetisms.
The midget is like the N word.
Yeah, I know, but
Midget's not quite
some
the
midgets
N-word,
ain't
but it's
dwarfs.
frowned upon.
Some midgets ain't dwarfs. I've met
Okay,
quite a few
little
non-dwarfy
people.
midgets.
Okay, a fast food place filled with little people. There, you can
It's
add
like
that
saying faggot about a gay guy. They don't usually like it.
No.
cheese squeeze makes my eyeballs itch.
Yeah, that's when you hear Muffus say that.
The tunnels.
Oh, yeah,
The same thing that burp came out of.
Yeah, they go like after they go into before they do that, then you hear like the power gets cut off at the fast food shop, and you just hear terrible ripping noises, and then the lights come on, and freaking Cecil's pants are ripped up, and you just hear the Munchies laughing as they're running to the freaking mines, and it's like give chase down to the mines, and everybody's down in the Cecil, Melvis, and Big Ed go to the elevator to get down to the mines, and Eddie, Paul, and Cindy are in the mines giving chase. And
I love how you talk like they're friends of yours and shit.
I know these people, man. But Eddie spooks himself and goes to turn around and runs away and runs straight into the wall and like a most like lame ass run, just kind of and he's knocked out.
Is that when he makes the joke to the girl about how she should like ditch his boyfriend and be with her? And
yeah.
She says something about how she'd rather be a nun and join a convent, and he's like, "That's okay. I don't mind if my wife works."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then after that he hears a noise and he's like, "What's that?" and turns around and smacks into the wall and knocks himself out for pretty much the rest of the movie. And then they end up finding out where all the Munchies are hanging out, and they found
makes my eyeballs itch.
But they found themselves in the factory where all the cheese stuff's getting made. And
toxic cheese waste.
And yeah, the Munchies are literally putting themselves on the conveyor belt to get chopped up to make themselves into multiple Munchies.
It's when they find like the asbestos tater tot mix. And
yeah.
The Agent Orange wine coolers.
And Cindy goes up, tries to run away from the Munchies and traps herself in the storage. And then this is when freaking one of the Munchies like starts chewing through the wall and starts sounding really rapey to her. Oh, mi señorita, I love you. Let me get a little taste of you. And she smacks him with a shovel, and you hear the kind of cartoonish.
I thought you said this movie was a train wreck.
No, he makes it sound like it's way better than any
fucking. It sounds amazing.
The movie isn't as much of a train wreck.
No, it's an unfair advantage for Scott's movie because
I thought it was bad, and then it's been so long since I watched it.
It's bad, yes.
But then I watched your guys' and I'm going, I picked the wrong movie.
It's even worse for me now than knowing that the bitch who directed it worked on the Gremlins. So so it's way more hacky than I originally thought it was. What a hacky bitch!
I love the women in prison joke that Melvis makes at the end there, where she says something about how she just says something about women in prison movies and something about Linda Blair and.
I can't remember the exact line either. I know what you're talking about.
It's just funny because Roger Corman produced a bunch of the 70s women in prison movies, like Big Dollhouse and The Big Birdcage, and Linda Blair was in like Chained Heat and Caged Heat.
I hate when people say I love the joke and then they don't know the fucking joke, Randy.
But it goes back to the confrontation. Freaking Paul electrocutes a bunch of the Munchies.
He knows too much.
And then it's basically just a showdown to him and Arnold. And Arnold leaps in the air to like latch onto him, and he grabs him, throws him onto the electrical cord, and turns him into stone. He breaks all of them except for Arnold, who he takes back to his dad. That's when Cecil and Melvis get arrested because Big Ed finds out about all the toxic waste products that they were selling and all that. And then after that, goes back to Paul's house. Simon's there, and Paul hands over the statue of Arnold, who apparently Simon brought back one of the experts on archaeological sites. And the guy's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'll give you like $25,000 for this and take it back home and do my own studies with it." And as he puts it in his truck, they leave. And as it leaves, a terrible lightning bolt strikes down, and you just hear the statue go, "Amigo!" And then the end of the movie. So
Shock the monkey.
Yeah, he shocked the Arnold.
Simon.
This
that's
is
the
dedicated to Peter Gabriel.
Paul Simon shocked the monkey.
Paul Simon.
Right when you
They were
said that,
two of
I'm
the
like,
characters.
there's no way they wrote Shock the Monkey, because that's even too edgy for Paul Simon.
Well, two of the characters.
I like
were
how you're
Paul
still
and
referring
Simon.
to Paul Simon as they and how Peter Gabriel is they.
I mean them together.
There's two people.
Oh, no, I did that.
Holland Oates is one guy, man.
This is all getting edited, so I don't even have to defend myself.
That's the end of the movie, so all in all, yeah, after watching, especially, I watched Night Train to Terror first. I probably should have watched this first, then Night Train to Terror, because this movie looked like a masterpiece in comparison.
No, I think you're saying it's a masterpiece completely anyways for you because you love it so much.
Well, I love the movie, but I'm still going to judge it.
15 viewings, probably 16 after this one.
Yeah, I'll say I love it, and I'm gonna still continue watching it over and over
no,
again.
You don't do that. Just because it was a gift from Randy on Blu-ray, don't.
Or no, it's not on Blu-ray yet. I'm waiting for it.
Whatever.
When it comes to Blu-ray, I'm owning it.
Didn't he get it for you, this movie?
Yeah, he found it for me because he knew I was looking for it forever. It is a fun movie for me. I loved it when I was a kid, but there is just so much bad to it as well. Like, the acting, like, for the most part, is atrocious. Especially the main character. Oh, I can't stand him whatsoever.
You know why? Because you wanted to be in that movie.
It's funny. The main guy
That's why I hate him.
The main guy is even a really, really bad wannabe of Zach. What's his name? Yeah, Zach Galligan from Gremlins.
Yeah, and then his girlfriend is just not good. But freaking Harvey Korman, I loved him in both roles.
Yeah, Harvey Korman was great. The Melvis character was great.
Dude was great just because it was so bad. But he cracked me up. But, like, the cops, I could have given two shits less about the cops. Like, they had some funny lines, but they were just stupid. The effects, like the creature effects themselves, the creatures looked cool. The effects, meh. Not.
Was that a dying something?
Kind of.
Like a Ebu or whatever.
But yeah, this is just definitely. Emu. It is like.
No, there's the Ebu 2 or something like that.
It is a shameless rip-off of Gremlins to the point where they, like, they even mention the Gremlins in their own ways throughout this whole entire movie. So it's just like, it's a shameless rip-off.
Well, there was just like an entire wave of little creature movies happening at that juncture.
Right, but I don't think any of them mentioned Gremlins in the movie like this one did.
No, I mean, because this came later, so they like had to be like, we saw those ones already, and this is what we're making.
Yeah, it's like, all in all, like, there was a lot of just cheesiness and bad acting, and like, I wish this was more like, it's more comedy than horror, but it is a creature feature. That's why I kind of wanted to bring it onto this.
Yeah, I mean, you have that argument. It is a creature feature. It's not a horror movie.
Right. But I think all in all, if we're doing the reverse order grade, I would give this a 4.
That means he likes it. That's a 6. Okay, Randy.
I don't know. It's probably 4.5, maybe a 5. Maybe 4.5.
Nothing else to say about it?
I don't know.
Normally you have a lot to say about movies.
I just, it's kind of, it's just a movie that exists to...
Never mind. I'll give it a 5. If you're not going to say it, then don't. 5, because it's like, I don't want to go too high on a Trainwreck rating to where I want to give it a 7 or something, because it's Hollywoodish type, like, filmmaking, I guess. The quality, anyways. So it's not fair that they got to do an entire script from beginning to end, unlike the fucking, in just one format.
Right.
So, and then, like, the one I picked, I mean, that was very amateurish.
But
I guess
Munchies
is the least amateur shot. Like,
there was nothing special about the camera work or anything.
But it wasn't, it wasn't like the ones we picked. Yeah, I gave it a 5, and that's. What am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I pretty much wrapped it up.
You kind of understand why I just gave it a score and didn't really have much else to say about it.
Yeah, I know. I delved into madness, into fucking Scott's world and shit, where I'm trying to think about the Munchies too much.
It's a movie that wouldn't exist if another movie before it didn't exist.
Exactly. Yeah. Complete hack. Our next themed episode is going to be the drug episode. Any involvement with drugs or the underlying meaning of a movie or psychedelic state, I guess. And I picked Altered States.
I picked Someone's Knocking at the Door.
And I picked John Dies at the End.
We are also doing a short film that was sent to us by
Fatal Pictures
Fatal
Incorporated.
Pictures, yep. And then it's called Hair.